Hello there, it's Everything Man 95 again, and I've been wanting to make this video for a very long time. I just haven't had this crucible here. It's a little propane can and just ground off the top, and there's a little spout on it, and it's good because it's stainless steel. And I'm going to be melting all these soda cans in this bag. I have like 5 times more, but I don't think I'll be able to do that. It's already the sun's setting, so I'll try to get through the most I can. I'm burning charcoal in this little brick furnace, just a square furnace. It's entirely made of loose bricks, so you can take it apart and move it or whatever. It has a hairdryer powering it. It has 2 settings, and you notice how I have this tape here. It's to keep down the cold button. Most hair dryer things have it. And if you keep it on hot, you'll probably end up melting your dryer. So I'll be back in a couple seconds when I have it going. Okay, so I've filled it up with charcoal, and I'm going to go ahead and pour some lighter fluid on it and light it up. And by the way, that was not actually the lighter fluid, that was some old oil and gasoline mixed. So hopefully it doesn't explode too bad on me. Now I'll just put this brick right here covering the top of this little duct for the fan, and turn it on. Now what I'll do is just probably turn it off again, and I'll put in the crucible. And I'm going to stack more coal all around it. And just to get this out of the way, I'm not responsible for anything you do or try related to what you've seen in this video. I don't want to get into any legality issues or people burning themselves badly or anything, so I'll be back when it's really going. Okay, so the fan is blowing on low, and it's going pretty well. I think the cans have already started to melt a bit. But I know if you want a really nice, clean product, you could scrape all the paint and junk off the cans. But I find that's just a little bit too much work to do, just because I'm doing this for fun, kind of. And I don't know if you'd actually make profit off of melting this at home. I know it's much easier to store if you're going to melt down things later, make parts for whatever. It's going to be much easier to store than bags and bags of cans all around. But other than that, I don't know if refining it kind of like this and then selling it to a scrapyard is going to make you profit. It's aluminum's not that expensive anyway for just this. You'd probably go and recycle cans at the grocery store or whatever and make more of a profit. But so in the last video I made, I was wearing a gas mask. It turns out it was a particle gas mask. I'm not going to wear it this time. I'm just going to try to stay out of the way of the fumes. You might say that's stupid, but I'm not doing this enough for it to really extremely harm me. Yeah, I think it's like 600, 800, somewhere in between there, degrees Celsius that aluminum melts at. Maybe it's only 5 or 4. But anyway, it's kind of fun to do on the weekend or whatever. Quite interesting. I'll be back to you when it really starts to melt. So the cans are melting pretty well. Someone told me that I should crush the cans, and that would reduce all the junk buildup on the bottom, and I see how that would make sense, and thank you to that person. And this time I am going to use the very sketchy slag scooper offer. It's just a stainless steel spoon and vice grips and wrench thing. And if you're going to use a spoon, don't use a tin spoon. I don't even know if they exist, but because it'll melt and mess up your batch. But if you're doing this, which I don't recommend you do, make sure you're wearing good gloves and boots and any other safety equipment. But last time, my crucible, after about 3 melts, filled the bottom with this slag junk that it couldn't come off. It didn't even melt anymore. It was really weird. But crushing these cans should help this. I'll be back when when you get a really good molten view of it. So it's been about 5 or 10 minutes since the start. There's probably 10 cans in there now. I was an idiot and I dropped a piece of charcoal right into the crucible, so I had to take it out and take out the charcoal, and anyway, that worked out. And you might be wondering why I have that one brick stacked there. That one brick, I realized, it's an old one from around here, I don't know. It has a really nice ingot shape in the top of it, so that's what I'm going to be using to pour my ingot in. And why it's there is to make sure that there's no moisture or water in it, because I tried that last time and the brick almost cracked and steam was escaping through the aluminum, so it made the bar all weird and bubbly and not as nice as I would have liked. So hopefully it works out good. I'm going to try to make probably 2 bars with this. Okay, so I've probably gone through like 50 cans or something. It's really filling up a little bit below the center line of the can, and it's really heavy now. So I'm going to take off the brick mold and set it over here, and I'll just pour whatever I can into the brick mold. Hopefully it doesn't bubble or anything, and then just put it back in and fill it up again, or just wait till I can empty out the brick mold and get another. So I'll just put the camera down here so you can see me scooping off some of the junk. Okay, so it's about time to try to pour 1 bar. My battery light's flashing, so I'll replace the batteries quick and I'll pour.
Okay, here we go. Hopefully something works out.
There's a lot of junk in there. Pretty weird. Okay, so you see this bar here. I don't know how well the camera can focus on it, but it has a really nice, weird pattern in the aluminum. I'm just going to pull it out here and put it in that tin of water. And I don't know if you saw, but I pulled off a ton of dirt and slag. There's a very small percentage is actually good aluminum that turns into this bar. Whoa. I don't know if you heard that, but that was pretty weird, and the water's like boiling now. Okay, so again, the metal is pretty high in the can, and It doesn't seem to have as much dirt this time. I sure hope it doesn't. And I will pour the second bar. Okay, the aluminum looks really nice. Here I'll poke it with the weird spoon setup thing to show you. It's really good though. And if you value your finger hair or hand hair, don't try this because I don't have any left. There's bar number 2, and there's probably a third on the way. Okay, so I poured the last little bit of a bar right here, and I guess I'll turn off this. There. And this reminds me of the first time I tried to melt aluminum with a soup can. It was actually this one that the fan's in. And it just went right through the bottom, right through. And it reminds me of that because all the aluminum ended up right on the bottom, and that's where some of it is now. Just grab this thing to show you. So I'll end up getting a little bit of a blob down there that I'll melt down next time. But other than that, it turned out pretty well. Oh yeah, and I'll show you the crucible. So it worked pretty well, but you see now it's filled with water, and that's because it made this weird big bulge. That's how hot that furnace gets. It can bend or melt steel. That's pretty crazy. But the turnout was these 2 bars. So a pretty good day. So thank you for watching, and please comment, like, and subscribe. It helps a lot. And yeah, thank you.